The formula ranks Shaquille O'Neal number 8 all time. The free throw line is why he isn't higher. His full name is Shaquille Rashaun O'Neal. The nicknames accumulated across his career the way championships did. Shaq, the Big Aristotle, the Big Diesel, Shaq Daddy, the Big Shamrock, Superman. He gave himself most of them. That detail tells you most of what you need to know about who he was. He was 7 feet 1 inch tall and 325 pounds at his peak, with a 7'7" wingspan and hands so large that a basketball fit in one of them the way a tennis ball fits in a normal hand. He dunked so hard he broke the support stanchion twice in his career, pulling the entire shot clock assembly down onto the court, and the NBA subsequently reinforced every backboard in the league. When he set a pick, defenders described it as being hit by a moving car. When he posted up, double teams became single teams became nothing because nothing worked. He was also, for his entire career, one of the worst free throw shooters in the history of professional basketball. That tension is what the story and the format tells. He had 101 combined net wins across 19 seasons, an average of 4.92. His peak was 11.54 in the 99-2000 season with a 67-15 Lakers team. His top three averaged 9.58. Composite rank, 8th all-time. The 99-2000 season produced 11.54, which is the 8th highest individual season in the database and the highest of any center not named Kareem or Wilt. He shot 57.4% from the field that year while averaging 29.7 points and 13.6 rebounds per game. He also shot 43.5% from the free throw line. The formula penalizes missed free throws as negative actions. In a season where Shaq attempted 824 free throws, shooting 43.5% means he missed 465 of them. Those misses are counted against him. His 11.54 peak came despite those 465 missed free throws. Without them, the number would be the highest individual season in the database. No player in basketball history has produced at elite levels with that kind of drag on their numbers. Shaquille O'Neal grew up on Army bases. His stepfather, Philip Harrison, was a sergeant major in the United States Army, and the family moved through bases in New Jersey, Germany, and Georgia as Harrison's postings changed. The structure of military life, the discipline, the hierarchy, the expectation that you do your job completely and without complaint shaped everything that came after. Harrison was the one who recognized that Shaq's size was either going to be an asset or a burden depending on what he did with it. He pushed him towards basketball with the same directness he brought to everything else. When Shaq was a teenager at Cole High School in San Antonio, his coaches reported to have asked Harrison what he was going to do about his son's attitude. Harrison's response was to make Shaq do push-ups on the court until the attitude resolved itself. That foundation was why Shaq, despite every celebrity distraction available to a dominant NBA player in Los Angeles, showed up every night. The work ethic was not separate from the personality. It was underneath it. He promised his mother he would finish his degree. He left LSU after 3 seasons to enter the 92 NBA draft, where he was the first overall pick, but he kept the promise. He earned his Bachelor of General Studies from LSU in December 2000, the night before the university retired his jersey. He did not stop there. An MBA from the University of Phoenix, a doctorate in education from Barry University in 2012, earned through coursework and a dissertation, not an honorary degree. He insisted on that distinction. His thesis was on leadership and organizational thinking. He signed his name, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal, after that. In May of 26, he walked across the stage at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center at LSU to receive a Master of Liberal Arts degree, his 5th academic credential. He was introduced by the MSA as Shaquille I Hate Charles Barkley O'Neal. He gave a speech to the graduates about perseverance. His thesis had been on mentorship through the lens of Homer's Odyssey. The formula counts net wins. It doesn't count degrees. It should note them. On May 11th of 95, the Orlando Magic defeated Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls eliminated Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls from the playoffs. Jordan had returned from his baseball retirement with fewer than 20 games left in the regular season. The Bulls had made it to Eastern Conference semifinals. Shaq had 27 points and 13 rebounds in the clinching game. It was the last playoff loss of Michael Jordan's career. The team that beat him was Shaq's Magic. What happened next mattered. The Magic advanced to the finals against Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets and lost in 4 games. Years later, Shaq admitted exactly why. That was my fault. We lost. He said on all the smoke. As a leader, I didn't lead. After we beat the Bulls, I let up. We beat Mike. We straight. The basketball gods paid me back. That confession is worth sitting with. A 23-year-old player who had just eliminated the greatest player in the world admitting with clarity that he celebrated too early and paid for it. The accountability without self-pity is the same quality his stepfather had instilled on Army bases a decade earlier. He was outplayed by Hakeem in that series, and he said so. Then he came back the following year on a 60-win Magic team and produced 9.64, the fourth best individual season in the database for that year. Devon Lorat is the world, or was a world arm wrestling champion, a Canadian Forces soldier, one of the most technically skilled strength athletes on earth. He arm wrestled Shaquille O'Neal at an exhibition and described it afterward as the most force he had ever felt from a human being. He said Shaq could have been a world-class arm wrestling competitor had he pursued it. Lorat beats everyone. He said Shaq was different. Yao Ming, the 7'6" Chinese center, was the only player in the league who presented a genuine size matchup problem for Shaq, challenged him publicly and physically during their careers. The Shaq Yao battles produced some of the most interesting physical chess in NBA history. Shaq averaged 21.4 points per game against the Rockets in his career. He respected Yao's talent while leaving no doubt about the hierarchy. He has appeared in more than 20 films and television productions, hosted a reality show, released 4 rap albums, worked as a reserve police officer in multiple jurisdictions, and built a business portfolio valued at over $1 billion. He is the DJ who performs under the name DJ Diesel at festivals and clubs around the world. He is, by any measure, the most multi-dimensional athlete of his generation. Shaq has said repeatedly he is the last of the true dominant centers, the final player in a line that runs from Mike and through Russell, through Wilt, through Kareem, through Hakeem. He has been dismissive of Dwight Howard's claims to that legacy publicly and repeatedly said, Dwight is not Shaq, there's only one Shaq, he said on multiple occasions. The beef with Howard is about legacy more than anything personal. Howard won a Defensive Player of the Year award. Howard was for several seasons the best defensive center in basketball, but Howard never dominated a team the way Shaq did. He never produced a 11.54 season. He never made Hack-a-Shaq a league-wide strategy that teams deployed as a competitive tactic against a single player. The formula has a position on this. Howard's career combined net wins are lower than Shaq's by a wide margin. The formula ranks Shaq 8th all-time and does not rank Howard in the top 50. The argument is settled. The formula's position on Shaq is that he's 8th all-time, behind Kareem, Duncan, LeBron, Bird, Magic, Jordan, and Russell. The free throw shooting is the reason he's not higher. He attempted 11,252 free throws in his career. He made 5,935 of them, a career percentage of 52.7%. The 5,317 he missed are counted by the formula's negative actions. That drag accumulated across 19 seasons is the difference between 8th and 4th or 5th. What is remarkable is not that the free throw shooting hurt him. It said he overcame it to rank 8th all-time anyway. On his best night, shooting 57% from the field while missing half his free throws, Shaq was still the most productive player in basketball. The number it took to overcome that drag, 11.54 in 99-2000, is the 8th highest individual season in the database. He did not fix the free throw shooting. He absorbed it, played through it, and dominated anyway. That is the Shaq story. Whatever the obstacle, the answer was always the same: more force. You can subscribe at netwins.substack.com, and the full NetWins database every season from 1946 to 2026 is free at willf123.github.io/NBA-net-wins. The next player profile is Bill Russell. 13 seasons, 11 championships.